Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. We're currently now just gonna walk towards some mines, I think? The Nord mines? Or are we already there? I have to get a bit used to the controls again. That might take, oops. That might take me a bit. Did I? Oh, hold on. There's some wild dogs over there. Okay. Hunt us. The beasts hunt in packs. Should they come at us together, we'll be overwhelmed if we're not careful. We can't give them the chance to surround us. We'll need to find a different path for now.
What's wrong?
Why do you hesitate, lad? It's just a pack of wild dogs. Barely worth a moment's worry for someone such as you. Of course.
Oh.
Good. You're starting to catch on. You can't let the fear paralyze you. First, take a good look at your foes. Consider, is this your first meeting or are you already familiar with them?
Got it?
Once you've assessed their strength, prepare your next move. If they're stronger, approach with caution. If they're weak, cut them down quickly.
Luke.
Now size up that hundo. What do you make of it? It's weaker. I don't know. Indeed. You slipped out of Death's grip at the fort, so this should hardly be a challenge. Okay, press G to activate phase sight and identify an enemy's strength via their color. Lower level enemies will glow blue, enemies of the same level will glow yellow, and higher level enemies will glow red. Unknown enemies will appear white. That makes sense. When you have leveled up to a point where you think you could overpower certain enemies, you can simply approach the enemy to see if their color has changed. When engaging a weaker force, clear your mind and simply do what must be done. Put them to the sword. Weaker enemies can be defeated quickly with a simple attack. In addition, being attacked on the field by a weaker enemy will not force you into a squad battle, though the protagonist will still take damage. If you press R when a cursor is over an enemy, you will lock onto that enemy. That enemy will always be in view and you can easily close the distance by attacking.
Alright.
Understood? Now try it for yourself, lad.
Give it a shot.
Alright.
Our usual tactics should work.
Stay focused.
If you're unhappy with how a battle is going, you can restart it from the beginning by pressing 1. Okay. Pressing 5 will automatically move the cursor to an enemy who has a weakness to a skill you have. Okay. If I press 5...
Look like we can do anything about their weakness.
Alright.
Let's go.
We
Maybe
could
not.
do that, or we can just use a normal melee attack.
Stay focused.
Down. That's just what Grius does.
Alright.
Don't be careless. Here I go.
Vitus power.
Oh, but supposed to press F.
Let's catch our breath. Don't let your guard down. There's more of them.
Yeah, sure, there might be more of them, but they're all weak. No problem.
I got careless.
Oh, no, never mind. It was bad timing.
Oh, please.
Nice dodge. You got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Let's wrap this up.
No
Great
problem.
job.
I say so myself.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Is there no end to them?
There? Come on, everyone.
The freedom of a
Careful not
wanderer.
to get.
We'll just keep pressing F.
Stay focused.
Grius,
Just
rock
part of
on.
the job.
I will pick.
They're no real challenge.
Let's hurry on.
Hopefully that's the last of them for a while.
Could be. For about maybe 30 seconds.
Hold on.
Ah, that's right. I've one more rule for you to keep in mind.
Got it?
Never drop your guard, even against weaker foes. On the battlefield, fortunes can turn if you let up even for a moment. Jesus Christ. Should that happen, change your tactics and fight together as one. Stay calm and you'll be fine. Press V to initiate a squad battle. You use V to initiate a squad battle on an enemy after depleting its break gauge with space attacks. The battle starts with a great advantage in your favor. However, if you're attacked by an enemy stronger than you, you will be forced into a battle where the enemy is at an advantage. Okay. Survey the situation and use different methods to fight. Never stop looking for ways to seize any tactical advantage. Evaluate the enemies in your vicinity, then decide whether you'll dispatch them quickly with space, attacks to stun them first, or jump directly to a strategic squad battle using B. Base sight will help you determine your battle approach while staying out of enemy reach. Use it to be efficient as you tackle a dungeon. Okay.
I'm counting on you.
There's no replacement for first-hand experience. Get comfortable with fighting before you reach Grand Threat. I need to be sure you can defend yourself.
That being the case,
Let's push through. We have the edge.
and we'll win this.
Everyone, go!
So, from what I understand, the only real purpose to not just hit them with space first is if you think that they're so weak that there's no point to it anyway.
Still up?
That settles that.
Otherwise, it's always just
Looks like we're
straight
safe
up
for
an
now.
advantage to do it. It's basically a can't be bothered situation. Oops.
Incoming.
Unfortunate. If you are attacked in a dungeon, you'll be forced into a squad battle that begins on the enemy's turn, which is dangerous.
I won't hold back.
Do we know what they're
Hold
weak
on.
against?
They're weak to piercing attacks. Hit them all in one fell swoop.
Okay, I don't think we have piercing attacks.
Seeker.
Does it not show wind damage as special for them because we haven't used it ever, or is it just
Scour.
not effective?
Take this.
I mean, it's still a strong attack, stronger than a melee attack.
Let's catch our breath. A few left. Keep your eyes open.
A few left.
All right. Let's push through.
Great job!
That
Okay.
was brilliant.
That works. Wait, that way. Oh,
Come on.
Press.
This battle's out.
Don't make them counter.
This is our chance!
they look like they would inflict status effects.
Seeker. Wind. Just one
Covered
left.
'em. Keep it up!
But also they're weak against wind, so that's good.
There's no way I'm stopping here.
We made short work of them.
Bouncy bark, alright. A trader of some sort.
Chad. This is our chance.
Hit them all in one fell swoop.
A tough one.
One remains.
Search down. That's just what Grius does.
Oh, it's some, yeah, okay.
Still up.
So melee is still just gonna be fine anyway.
Not worth our breath.
Okay.
Level 5.
Strive for greater heights.
I think we should raise our physical attack damage, actually.
I think we're in the clear.
Hello there.
What is it?
Haven't seen you lot around these parts before. You wouldn't be bandits now, would you? You seem dodgy yourself. You really think I look like a bandit? Oh, hell. Well, at the very least, I suppose you're not crooks. I guess I'm just on edge. I know it's funny to think so in a deserted place like this, but I feel like I'm being followed.
But
What are you doing in such a remote place? Oh, I'm not your enemy, friend. I'm just a peddler. I have a regular nearby, so I came for business. But the beasts are real bloodthirsty today, so I assumed a human appeared.
pardon?
For instance, have you heard about the human who appears from nowhere and wipes out entire towns? Terrifying, no? My apologies. Didn't mean to sour the mood. Hey, would you lot be interested in buying something? Maybe. It depends on what you've got. Revival medicine. Potentially good to have. It can we sell? These are all things that you're supposed to sell, I believe, so sell all of them and give me 1 revival medicine, please. In my trade, you hear a lot of gossip. Plenty of rumors lately about beasts from all over getting more feral by the day. And when that happens, a human eventually appears out of nowhere and destroys some town or village. It chills me to even speak of it. I heard that monsters have been running amok lately at the nearby border fort. Hope nothing bad has happened. Okay. Oh, have you found something worth selling? I can give you a good price. Plenty of stuff in these woods, lots of rubbish, but some materials do. You won't catch me scavenging for it today, though. I'll stay put until the beasts settle down some. You find something worth selling, well, you know where to find me. Yes, I do. Also, you could probably use a medicinal herb. Okay.
We have the edge.
Everyone, go!
There's quite a few of them.
Let's go.
Let's use some magic.
2 remaining.
Keep it up!
I'll go for the
Only
kill.
one.
Just part of the
Finish them off and we're
It's
clear.
okay. You're here?
Wait, are we speedy enough so that we can get 2 attacks off before he attacks once? It's nice.
I think I'm getting used to this.
If it's useful,
Nope.
I can grab it.
Alright, how's that?
Fine work.
Fine work. Okay. I'll take you as well, quickly. Grab that. Oh, I didn't see you.
This battle's out.
Hi there.
Bring home everyone.
Take this. Still standing.
Troll, you gotta aim better than that.
Trivial.
Trivial. Alright, one more round of attacks should do it. There we go.
We did it.
That was the last of them.
Right, there is one more item over there.
We're on the defense.
Okay, let's give this all we've got.
Get in there and finish them off.
That'll be fine.
Take this. 2 remain.
They're down.
Follow your example.
That's just what Grius does.
They're both stunned.
Only 2 enemies left.
You're
Bingo.
here?
I'll go for the kill.
Grius
Take
is
part
all
of
down.
the job.
Right on target.
Ooh,
The
critical
freedom.
hit.
Nice job, Troll.
Nice.
I chose the wrong opponent. A few left. Keep your eyes open.
Was there not even like a screen for my, what are they even called, for my the thing I evolve into for it to level up? Because it went from level 2 to level 3 just now, but there was just nothing there.
Oh, please.
Ouch. That was a lot of damage.
Well, that about does it.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Feels like we're about to exit the dungeon anyway, so I'll just continue for now. I mean, we might just be going to a different zone of it.
Hold on.
The air here just suddenly grown tense.
Got a moment?
Hey, what's going on? We've been surrounded. Even out here, it would seem that the monsters are the least of our concerns. I know you can hear me, so show yourself. Or would you rather we come at you? That awfully sharp for an old goat, ain't ya? The bastards lived long enough. Kill them quick.
It appears we must do this.
I've never fought soldiers before, but I won't waver. Scour!
Maybe I should have healed up before after all.
What is that? Never seen anything like it.
That's not an igniter.
It's our turn now.
Okay, we're being targeted. Press H to guard, which consumes 1 turn icon. Guarding greatly decreases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns too.
What's that? I think something's coming.
Take
Okay.
this!
Tougher than I thought.
Here they come!
During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive depending on their position. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks, those in the back row deal less melee damage but take less damage from enemies. During battle, you can change your formation by pressing the keys assigned to up and down to move party members between rows. Okay. I think we'll just kill him then.
Wind!
It's our turn now!
Okay. Sure, attack the one with the most health. That's surely gonna go well for you.
Take this! Got no mercy for you!
Okay.
Here they come!
I am not worried.
Something's coming. Watch out!
80 experience, alright. They were particularly much stronger than the other random enemies. Are they the soldiers from the fort? They survived? No, that couldn't be. They're simply deserters, aren't they?
No.
That's not what I'm asking. How would they've already mobilized a pursuit? I don't know. But I think it's safe to say I'm the least of your worries at this point.
Let's hurry.
In any case, we should probably keep moving. Let's go.
Alright.
Here we are. It looks so creepy. Well, I guess you did say it was abandoned. Aye, the Crown Theocracy ordered it so. I haven't been to this place in quite some time. Despite the royal decree, I still hear of miners risking it all to come to this place, seeking the riches left within.
Hey,
I'll happily trade some illegal miners for the armed detachment of soldiers pursuing us. Shall we hurry inside?
indeed.
You're not wrong there. Make preparations if you must, but be quick about it.
So,
Alright then. Interesting, I can't control the camera there. Okay, we'll heal up. Oh, we got healed. Thank you. That works.
What is it?
Color me surprised. Didn't think there'd be others with business at an abandoned mine. But why come here of all places? Is there someone you know inside? I could ask you the same thing. Haven't you heard? This place was abandoned, but a few blokes stayed behind to do some less than legal mining. One of them is an old friend of mine. I sell the stones he digs out.
These come highly recommended.
But enough about that. Surely we're met for a reason, so if there's something you need, allow me to accommodate you. Well, you don't sell anything I want, so you can have my old stuff.
Thank you.
Last night's incident wiped out the fort's entire garrison. Surely they lack the manpower needed to search for deserters. Somehow we're already being pursued. Regardless, due to the nature of our mission, it would be best if they consider us dead. So let's push through this mine while we can. So it wasn't just my imagination. To think we were being followed this whole time. But like Rhea said, something's off. When that human came out of nowhere, it wiped out all the soldiers to the last. Then again, maybe it didn't come out of nowhere. If that's the case, no, it couldn't be.
wait
Could
a
it?
second.
Wait. There's probably a bunch of shady miners in there, right? Will we be safe around them? Fear not. Most of them are the same miners who worked here before the closure. Besides, it would be against our best interests to cause a scene and risk the Crown Theocracy coming down on this place, right?
Then,
Oh, sounds like there won't be a problem then. Are you ready? Yep.
Let's go.
If our pursuers catch up with us, it'll be a whole mess of trouble that I'd rather not deal with. Let's move with haste. That doesn't seem very hasty.
However,
It's dead quiet. Are you sure there are still people working here? That disquieting stillness you feel, those are your instincts, all alerting you to the bloodthirst in the air. Judging by the people who were after us before, then it's likely...
stop
Halt, deserters!
Don't you dare move.
You're trapped like rats now. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully. As I thought, we've walked right into an ambush. They've got us at a disadvantage, catching us in this narrow bottleneck. We need to turn back now. It's no use. The entrance is already barricaded with soldiers. Surrender immediately. You've got nowhere to run, and if you don't comply, then the miners will pay the price for your insolence.
Wait.
This is a misunderstanding. We're not deserters. We were forced to retreat. We had no choice. A human. Oh yes, we're well aware of your predicament. That's exactly why we can't have any survivors. Our orders are to let no one escape. Well, it appears we've stepped into a whole damned conspiracy. We have no choice. We fight our way through. Here they come. Stop them here and now. Well... they're pretty weak.
Nobody here to lay claim to it. So it's yours. What are you doing? This is
Alright, I mean, if those are the people following us, then... yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, there's someone wounded there. Well, I hope he's wounded and not dead. Over there, someone's collapsed.
Hey, are you alright?
I told you. I didn't see no deserters. Please. Don't kill me.
The life is gone from his eyes.
Why?
To send a message, boy. Either we give ourselves up, or these innocents pay the price.
But the only one who could know we survived, and the only one who could send soldiers after us. Oh, come on, let's move.
He's catching on to something.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of you. That's mainly what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't see you.
Hey, good one.
There's nothing here? Okay. What?
No way.
Isn't that... just as I thought. It all makes sense now. It appears that we're expected.
I knew I'd find you here. You were the only one who never went up to the fort itself, after all. It couldn't have been anyone else.
Who would have thought 3 sorry stragglers would make it past a whole unit of assassins?
Bastard. You never intended for anyone to survive. You knew the human would be there.
Naturally. You heard the reports. I only put more bait on the hook. I wasn't expecting that damn thing to be rampaging already.
You sent those soldiers to their deaths. Why?
Because the kingdom's guard is powerless before the humans, and only a pile of bodies will prove that to the public.
So someone wants the King's Guard disgraced. And when the people need him most, a savior rises as their shield. Is that your game?
Savior? Speak plain, boy. You think he's one of Luis's men?
A pitiful flock needs its shepherd. If a little blood is what it takes to show them who their real savior is, then that's a price easily paid.
Why don't we pay with your blood?
That's why those sons and daughters died. For your savior.
They aren't the first. The soldiers cry for reinforcements, the villagers plead to be spared. But I know better than to confront a human.
A village? You refused. Wait, then you were the one who... 7 years ago, the first Flames Day of June, a village in the northern hills was razed to the ground. A village called Harlia.
Oh, yes, that might have been a name.
Then you made a fatal mistake, Klinger. You left one survivor!
Stay back!
Help me!
You played right into our hands, you know. This was the only road without checkpoints. A simple deduction.
You're a disgrace to your title. I may not make it out alive, but as for you, you're hopeless!
O thou who art seared with bitterness, O thou anguished traveler, it is time for thou to choose thy path. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
What?
What the? Oh, no! I can't fail Lord Demis. Without him, I've got nothing left. You struggle in vain. I won't let you rob me of my glory! This is the way of the real
He's
one,
glowing
little
purple.
lordling!
You call this real? Leaders abandon their people and the innocent die by their scorn. If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you! My name is Leon Stroll de Halietus. My home and my family were taken from me. I am the last of my house. I am the last of my noble bloodline. And in the name of my people, I will strike you down where you stand! Come! I will show you a world with honor!
What is this?
Wait, he's got power like yours now? Well, better show him how to use it.
You'll figure it out.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll not cave to an empty threat like that! This ignite is all I need to turn you to ash! You lot, get to it! Cover me!
So he scampers off to protect himself, and his subordinates get to be his living shields. The man's showing his true colors. I'll fix the filthy coward with the end he deserves.
The igniter's powerful, but it takes care and calculation to wield. If you sense danger, steel your defenses and endure it.
Diagonal slash deals weak physical damage to one enemy. I love attacks that deal weak damage. Should we? Yeah, we'll get rid of the supports first.
It's okay. We can do that.
Scour!
Take this!
Let's make this quick. Die!
Sure, I don't have anything against making it quick.
Struggle all you like.
Well, I
Hack and
mean,
slash. Tougher than I thought.
Shame. A tough one.
they can raise Klinger's defense all they want. They're just gonna go down anyway. Ow.
I call upon
Yeah,
royal
that's
power
fine, dude.
within.
Let's go. Wind.
Take this!
We're probably gonna get our MP restored anyway after this.
You still got it.
I shall
All right.
vanquish evil.
Let's.
Now is the point where we recover our HP.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
Warrior!
So easy.
You gotta aim better
No.
than that.
Let's go.
I actually didn't mean to do that. I meant to attack, but well, we'll take it. At least he was low health. Down he goes. That was a lot easier as a battle than against a human. Captain's uniform.
Not bad.
Not bad. Ooh,
Not
leveled
bad at
up
all.
twice. You know what? We'll go for agility. Raises hit and evasion rates is just good generally. Increases one ally's attack for 3 turns. Alright.
Impossible!
Never expected a commissioned officer would end up a wild-eyed zealot.
How did I do all that? And without an igniter?
Just like him. Who are you two, really?
I'm Leon Stroll. Just a fallen noble from the
Just a
countryside.
regular old guy.
There, Klinger mentioned a village that was raised by a human. They sent for help, but he abandoned them. Halia was its name. I'm the son of its lord, and now I know what really happened. We sent our fastest riders, but we were doomed from the start. If Luis was behind it, then that's all I need to know. He's the one who'll answer for it. I have my own reason to fight now. I don't want to be an ally of convenience alone, so once more, please, let me join your cause.
Nah.
What do you say, Grius?
I say
He's cool, he
keeping
can
an
come
eye on
along.
you was too much trouble in the first place.
So you've no objections? What say you, friend?
Don't get ahead of yourself. Nah, you're already one of us. You got experience from the fight.
You're already one of us.
Thank you. I'll remember this. Now, onward.
The proud noble, Stroll. Within him dwells the virtue of the warrior. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Together we stand.
The party can now study the warrior. Whatever that means. I feel struck by inspiration. I found a new way to harness this power. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the warrior from Stroll.
Did you feel that just now? What's going on? Does it have something to do with that odd magic? Now that I think about it, once you awakened, isn't it weird that Stroll followed not long after? What does this mean? Huh? Wait, what? Hey, where are we? What just happened?
Surprising indeed. Somehow you find yourself here once more. And a fairy. I thought their kind long extinct. Do they yet take refuge in the Elden Sanctum?
Hey, you gonna talk to me or just at me?
Just at
We
you.
meet again, my friend. Though admittedly
I love how he ignores her.
unexpected. Remarkably, another has awakened. What miracle is this? Yes, that same power now stirs in your companion. Another of the mighty archetypes. Do you recall our discussion earlier about how archetypes are an original form of magic?
More or less.
Well, more or less.
Consider this. As an elder, you are an outcast of society, yes? Your very identity is a kind of destiny you may defy but not escape. All mortals suffer under the weight of our burdens. But in facing and embracing that anxiety, you make it your innermost power. You find freedom. And so, the lives of those who overcome their hardships and embody the virtues within are passed down as heroic tales. Your companion, too, had his eyes open to his true path and claimed its virtue. That awakening is your doing, though. He awakened to the archetype that protects you.
Hey, hold on a second. Who even are you? How much do you know? I'm warning you, if you mess with him, you're gonna have to go through me.
Ah, you two share quite a deep connection, don't you?
Well, we didn't always, but now we're partners to the end. We're linked down to the depths of our hearts. Right?
I guess so. Right.
Right.
We trust each other. I've got his back and he's got mine. And that's all there is to it.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. Within her dwells the virtue of the mage. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I won't lead you astray. That's
Okay.
the whole reason I'm here. Hey, wasn't that...
Fascinating. Do you understand what just happened? By connecting with others who have found their resolve, you awaken to new strength. And further, you and all your allies may fight with the strength of any archetype in your circle. As an example, your other companion, the fellow with the eye patch, he seems to have some training and knowledge regarding the wielding of an archetype. By his own account, nothing came of it. Yet if you so desire it, you can awaken the true power within him.
What? You mean Rias could use this power too?
The nature of the Seeker. No. Perhaps it is simply your own nature. You truly are remarkable. If you seek answers, then go and claim them. This right here.
What I'm about to show you is a lineage chart of the archetypes I've been researching. That said, there are many I've yet to see, so it's far from complete. Each of you has your own chart. You will use these charts in the assigning of archetypes.
Now then.
Firstly, let us consider the one-eyed warrior who yet bears no archetype. Open Grius's lineage chart, please.
This here.
This is the chart that shows the power and connection of the archetypes. You can gain a new archetype by selecting one here and studying its powers. To study, you will need Magla, the source of all magic, but simply drawing from the Magla within yourself will put too heavy a burden on you. What this means is you will need to gather MAG from your battles and other sources. Keep that in mind as you travel. Each character can study archetypes obtained throughout the story by selecting the corresponding icon on the tree. Studying archetypes consumes, I'll just call it mag from now on, minuscule shards of Magla crystals. Once a character has studied an archetype, you can use the main menu to change their channeled archetype at no cost.
That means...
To learn is to change oneself, they say. Here you may achieve that through study of the archetypes and their deepest secrets.
Now then.
Now, I'd like you to choose an archetype from among these. For Grius. Learns versatile skills including wind magic, single target healing and attack buffs. Using fire, ice and electric magic, it excels at hitting enemies' weak points, or skilled in physical slash attacks. That sounds like Grius.
This right here.
Ah, this would be the archetype that young nobleman recently awakened to. The warrior's domain is physical offense by way of a weighty greatsword. Few other archetypes can compete with its raw destructive power, yet that specialization comes at cost. It has virtually no utility or support outside of hard hits. If your aim is to overwhelm the enemy with brute force, I'd say this is a fine archetype to do it with.
Alright.
500 mag is required to channel the warrior. This is the archetype you've chosen. Yes.
Sure.
Yes, he's earned my trust.
Of course.
So be it. Following you and the young man called Stroll, another worthy wielder of archetypes joins your ranks. From this sanctum I shall speak to the heart of the man with the eye patch, Grius. Feel his resolve and let a new soul dwell in his heart. I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art ready to bear thyself and fight with all thine heart, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the warrior.
What did you say?
What is this? Is it truly an archetype? This is the same magic I once strove for. I can't believe it. It's finally in my grasp. Warrior archetype has awakened.
I didn't think I could grow anymore.
Fascinating.
That man with the eye patch should now have awoken to an archetype. Similarly, I can imbue you and that noble youth with a new archetype power. Feel free to experiment now and from here on. Will could also use something else. Alright, but for now I think we'll just stick with what we've got. By talking to more in academia and studying archetypes, you will be able to unlock and then use new archetypes. You can gain useful strategic knowledge by attending Moore's lectures or by reading books from the surrounding bookshelves. Some functions of the main menu are now available, such as changing your archetype. Archetypes that have been studied in academia can be swapped in towns or dungeons at any time. Changing them to suit your needs is a good strategy. You can now check the status of your royal virtues, the qualities necessary in a king, from the main menu. You can raise these virtues in many ways.
Right.
Yes. I've been meaning to tell you. I was rearranging things the other day and found something that may be useful to you on your journey. I've put everything in that box atop the chair. By all means, take it. The scroll has shapes of a language I've never seen before. It must be some kind of formula. It says the royal magic at the top. That's a formula for a rather complex spell. When mages devise such intricate magic, they commit the formula to scrolls in advance. Hold on, are you saying the king himself wrote this? Why would it be here of all places? I couldn't begin to tell you. Perhaps the previous king had his reasons for imprisoning me here after all. I would love to decipher its contents, but it will take a good amount of time. It's written in a script I've never laid eyes on before. But before you go, there's just one thing. Would you mind taking a look at the very end of the scroll?
What's this?
This drawing.
Take a look.
Indeed. It's no more than a simple illustration, but do you not think it bears some resemblance to the Seeker archetype? Moreover, it bears a caption. And mysteriously enough, of all the language therein, that is the one part I am able to parse. It says Calamity. Likely the name of a person. Unmistakably so, though I could not begin to tell you why I feel so certain. Person's name.
Hang on a second.
Well, that's certainly a mystery on top of an enigma. Makes me wonder what it says.
Adieu.
Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you'd share it with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you've learned new truths. Looks like there's something especially valuable inside. Okay. Was that like
What now?
like limited edition stuff or something like that? Uses archetype experience. Okay. I will probably not use that. At least not near the beginning of the game. This seems to be about archetype tactics. Archetypes cannot realize their true potential on individual strength alone. Strategies must account for attack, support, recovery, teamwork, and formation. Naturally, optimal strategies require first grasping the fundamentals. Yet some battles demand a team of singular specialization and boldness in planning. The most effective way to form your party is to consider the balance of attack, recovery, and assist skills in your archetypes. If you obtain information about enemies in advance, you can arrange archetypes to counteract enemy strengths and strike at enemy weaknesses. Cultivate your archetypes strategically so that you may employ a wide range of battle strategies. Remember that your foes also have a grasp of teamwork. Charging blindly into a well-tuned enemy group can lead to easily preventable loss of life. After a squad battle has ended, nearby enemies may show up as reinforcements to continue the fight. A channeled archetype's power has a significant impact on the effect of any gear or weapons equipped. Each weapon category offers their own attack, range, and agility. Once you understand the dynamics of archetypes and combat gear, success will come easier. While in dungeons, the protagonist's method of attack depends on his weapon and can be changed by switching the archetype he has channeled. Different archetypes change both the actions available to you and the protagonist's attack range. Keep this in mind when choosing an archetype for the protagonist. Anything else? Oh, there's one more. Okay, what is this?
What's this?
What's with this ominous red book? It's all chained up.
That is...
I advise you don't touch that. I have a variety of books here from all over the world. Many of them are quite pleasant reads, but that one is not.
All right.
Suffice it to say, it must not be read without due precaution. Okay. You can even climb up and read more books. It's locked. I don't think I can read it. Okay. To grow in power and versatility, an archetype must be channeled as you fight your foes. Archetypes rank up by earning A experience, which is only awarded to actively channeled archetypes. Each archetype has its own set of unique parameters, but so do all who channel them. The sum of these numbers is the total measure of one's strength in combat. Each archetype has its own set of parameters. These are added to a character's base parameters, and the sum determines their stats in battle. It's worth noting this means some abilities can lose value depending on the archetype channeled. You may seek even more powerful forms of each archetype. To study them, one must grow closer with certain supporters, and cultivate the original archetype. Each archetype has at least one stronger, more advanced form you will eventually be able to study. Advanced archetypes can be studied after achieving a higher rank with its corresponding follower. However, studying an advanced archetype will require both mag and ranking up the base archetype high enough. That is good to hear because I was already slightly worried by the fact that the archetypes only go up to like rank 20. And I was like, that's not a lot. This looks like research documents about the Seeker archetype.
Hold on.
In times of yore, there lived heroes who ventured into unknown lands in pursuit of their ideals. Their souls together formed the power of the Seeker. This was not just one legendary hero. Across many lands and eras, those intrepid spirits who sought greater heights on the Seeker's path have borne that Elias? Among them, the adept who pursues a magical path I dubbed the Magic Seeker, and the elite who seeks the deepest truths of the soul I dubbed the Soul Hacker.
Whoa.
Huh, so the Seeker archetype has a whole sequential lineage. The Seeker archetype does not excel at any one skill, but it bears the specialties of many other heroes and can perform any task. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Let no Seeker forget this truth.
I see.
I get it. So it's easy to use, but that's not enough to fight alone. I guess fighting with specialized allies might be the thing that draws out its true power. This looks like research documents about the warrior archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes who sought nothing less than perfection with the sword. Their souls together formed the power of the warrior. Among them, the adept who slays hordes, I dubbed the Swordmaster, and the elite disciple of the blade, I dubbed the Samurai. The warrior archetype imparts peerless skill with the sword. Its devotees belong on the front lines, punishing their foes with brutal slashing swings. But a sword's purpose is ultimately as a weapon, and it is not weapons alone that decide a battle's victor. Let no warrior forget this truth.
Got a sec?
So this archetype has really good attack and defense, and their value comes from attacking the front row, but they're not very versatile beyond the sword. This looks like research documents about the mage archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes who sought relentlessly to unravel the secrets of magic. Their souls together formed the power of the mage. Among them, the adept who grasps at ultimate power, I dubbed the wizard, and the elite who commands the elements, I dubbed the elemental master. In addition, another elite form making use of dark magics is known to exist. Truly, the mage archetype has unparalleled command of affinity-based magic. But mages devote themselves fully to mind and magla. While the mind is powerful, it must kneel before pure strength at times. Let no mage forget this truth.
Oh, yeah?
So it's a great archetype for hitting enemy weak points with powerful magic, but it can't really dish out damage or take much punishment. And then we have this. Allowing your ally to take action instead and leaving yourself vulnerable may seem futile at first glance, but you'll find it lends many strategic possibilities. Try to consider the many aspects of battles, such as the order of turns, advantages against the enemy, and the state of your allies when deciding your actions. The pass action cycles control to the next character while only consuming half of a turn icon. This can be useful when the current character's skills are not effective against the enemy, or when you want to give a character with recovery magic another action. It goes without saying that a blind offensive rush may not be enough to win. It will be necessary at times to raise your defenses and endure an incoming attack. Press H to guard, which consumes one turn icon. Guarding greatly decreases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns too. Your row's distance from the enemy has a great impact in battle. A true tactician will switch the formation of allies to better suit the situation at hand. During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive, depending on their position. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks, those in the back row deal less melee damage, but take less damage from enemies. During battle, you can change your formation by pressing the keys assigned to up and down to move party members between rows. So technically, the ideal strategy for survivability, I guess, for the main character would be to make him into a mage and put him in the back row. Because if it is like Persona, the only way to get a game over is if the main character dies. If you lose the ability to attack, the enemy will quickly gain the upper hand. When confronting an unfamiliar enemy, due caution is warranted. Normally an action consumes one turn icon, but the results of the action can change the amount of consumption. If an attack is nullified or evaded, the number of turn icons consumed is doubled. Ooh. If an attack is reflected or absorbed, all turn icons are lost and the turn forcibly ends. Some monsters inflict lasting conditions called status ailments. It is wise to know their effects, of course, but even better to have the means of remedy close to hand. There are two types of status ailments, physical and mental. It is possible to be afflicted with both types at once. Physical status ailments persist even after a battle ends. Mental status ailments automatically recover when a battle ends. Poison. HP depletes every time you take an action. Paralysis. High chance of an action failing to occur after selecting it. Malady. Strength, magic, endurance, agility, and luck are greatly reduced. Additionally, HP and MP recovery effects are nullified, with recovery amounts becoming 0. That sounds dangerous. Hex. Half of any damage dealt is dealt to self as well. Additionally, while afflicted, resistance to dark is greatly reduced, and susceptibility to status ailments is greatly increased. Burn. Additional damage is taken after being attacked. Frostbite. Attack damage is greatly reduced. Daze. Hit rate for attacks is greatly reduced. Charm. Character will act on their own, attacking allies or assisting enemies. Forget. Character cannot use archetype skills. Sleep. Character cannot take any actions, and any physical attacks suffered are always critical hits. Rage. Character has higher attack power, but damage from enemies is greatly increased. All actions become normal weapon attacks. Anxiety. An ally-only ailment, preventing the use of archetype skills. If attacked while afflicted, the enemy will not consume a turn icon. Stun. An enemy-only ailment. They cannot act for one turn. Okay. Overpowering the enemy utterly can be a source of immense growth. At times it is good to wield all your powers in full force to test your own limits. If you crush all your enemies without getting damaged, you'll receive bonus experience from the battle. Okay. We're checking on the cat. Don't usually see this kind of cat in the city, huh?
This cat, you see.
Cute, isn't he? I named him Plateau. He's the only solace I have as I'm confined here. Looks like Plateau wants to give me something. Aw, nice.
That's a good boy.
Oh, it looks like he's taken a shine to you. That's a valuable item, so do hold on to it. Good kitty.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable. What would you care to know?
Okay, it's got a lot of lectures and everything. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, but I think with that we'll end this episode here. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for doing so. And I will see you all next time. Till then, bye bye.